Hello guys! Sa araw na ito ay nais ko po sa inyo i-share ang mga difficult words. Kung manis po kayo pong maipalabas po sa tanong ito, ay pwede po kayo mag-comment down below. At kung manis man po ng shoutout, ay pwede rin po mag-comment down below. So, hope you enjoy guys!
A few moments later.
Difficult words of letter C. Kaing whale, kind of dolphin also called blackfish or pilot whale. Cabal, political coterie or intrigue. Form a cabal. Kabbalah, occult knowledge, mystery, mystical interpretation of scriptures. Kabbalism, Kabbalist, Kabbalistic mysterious. Caballero, knight, gentleman. Kabbalid, equine. Cabochon, convex cut, polished stone. And cabochon, cut in that manner. Cabus, ship's galley, American guards or engineers van on goods train. Cabotage, coastal navigation, restriction of internal air services to a country's own carriers. Cabriole, outward curving leg with ornamental foot of Queen Anne furniture. Cabriolet, one horse, two-wheeled single or two-seater carriage, two-door convertible motor car. Kakesthesia, morbid sensation. Kakani, move consciously, extreme caution, limitation of output by workmen, cautious mean. Cacao, cocoa tree and seed. Cacciatore, made with tomatoes, mushrooms, and herbs. Leucemia, poison condition of blood. Cachalot, sperm wheel. Cachapot, ornamental plant pot holder. Cachesex, small cover for the genitals. Cachet, prestige, distinctive mark or quality, seal. Cachecchi, generally unhealthy physical or mental state. Cachinik, laugh harshly and loudly. Cachu, lozenge for sweetening the breath. Cachucha, quick Spanish dance with castanet accompaniment. Cacique, South American, Mexican, and West Indian native chieftain. Cacodemon, evil spirit. Cacodemonia, insanity in which patients believe themselves to be possessed by evil spirit. Cacodoxy, heterodoxy. Cacopi, incorrect pronunciation. Cacoetes, strong desire, bad habit. Cacogastric, dyspeptic. Cacogenics, study or process of racial deterioration. Cacography, incorrect spelling or writing. Cacographer, bad speller. Cacology, incorrect diction. Caconym, bad or wrongly derived name. Cacophony, unpleasant discordant noise. Cacuminal, pertaining to point, top, or crown. Cacuminate, sharpen. Cacuminous, pointed. Cadastre, register of lands, their values and owners. Cadaver, corpse. Cadaveric, pertaining to corpses. Cadaverous, deadly pale, gown. Cadence, rhythmical fall or modulation. Music, close of phrase, especially final chords. Cadenza, music, virtuoso passage immediately preceding close of work or section. Kadi, local judge in Islam. Cadre, permanent trained unit within an organization forming nucleus for expansion. Caducary, law, passing by forfeiture, lapse, etc. Caduceus, wing one and twin with snakes born by Mercury, heralds one of office. Caducous, of short duration, votan and dying when function is completed. Deciduous. Cecum, blind outgrowth at junction of large and small intestines, terminating in vermiform appendix. Cesiform, shaped like a cecum. Caesity, blindness. Canigenesis, development in individual of processes not common to its species. Caesaropapacy, secular possession of highest ecclesiastical power. Cesius, pale blue-green. Cespitous, growing in tops. Caesura, natural pose in verse line. Masculine caesura, one following stressed syllable of foot. Feminine caesura, one occurring in an stressed part of line. Kaftan, long wide sleeve girded gown of Asia Minor and Lebanon. Kahir, artist working notes or drawings, report of proceedings. Cayman, Central and South American alligator. Cenozoic, geology, tertiary. Kaike, long narrow-oared Turkish boat. Cairngorm, yellowish-brown variety of quartz especially found in Scottish Cairngorm Mountain. Caisson, underwater watertight chamber for bridge building etc., hydraulic lift racing ship, military ammunition wagon. Caisson disease, condition marked by pain, paralysis, or death due to over-rapid lowering of air pressure after working in compressed air. The Benz. Cajun, characteristics of a descendant of a French-speaking immigrants to Louisiana. Calabash, gourd. Calamari, squid. Calamus, feather quill reduced as a span, malacca, and rattan cane palm. Kalash, kind of four-seater carriage with hood. Canadian, two-wheeled single-seater driving carriage. Calatiform, cup shape. Calcaneus, hillbone. Calcareous, pertaining to limestone consisting of carbonate of lime. Calcariferous, spored. Calcariform, spore shape. Calciform, slipper shape. Calcicole, plant thriving on limy soil. Calcicosis, lung disease due to inhaling limestone dust. Calciferous, yielding lime or calcite. Calcific, forming line produced by calcification. Calciform, feeble shape. Calcifige, plant thriving on soil not rich in lime. Calcify, convert or be converted into lime. Calcification, medicine, tissue hardened by lime deposits. Calcimin, whitewash. Calcine, convert or be converted into powder or lime by burning. Rose. Calcinatory, vessel for calcination. Calcite, calcium carbonate, limestone as land spar. Calcitonin, hormone secreted by the thyroid gland, controlling the rate of bone destruction. Calcivorous, applied to plants thriving on limestone. Calculus, medicine, stone-like concretion. Mathematics, method of calculation. Calculari, medicine, pertaining to a calculus. Calculiform, feeble shape. Caleche, calash. Calification, warming. Calefactory, warm room or vessel. Cal-electricity, electricity caused by changes in temperature. Calendar, system determining the length, starting point, and subdivisions of the year, table chart etc. showing delays, weeks, and months of a particular year. Schedule of events, engagements, etc. enter in a calendar. Calendar, mangle or press especially to produce glassy surface. Calends, first day of month in ancient Roman calendar. At the Greek calends, never. Calenture, sunstroke or other fever or delirium due to heat. Calescent, becoming warm. Calicular, cup-like. Caliduct, conduit for hot. Caligo, dim-sightedness. Caliginous, dim obscure. Caliology, study of bird's nest. Calipash, green glutinous flesh next to a turtle's carapace. Calipi, yellowish glutinous flesh next to a turtle's lower shell. Calip, ruler of Islam. Calipate, office and succession of caliph. Calix, cup, chalice. Calligraphy, handwriting, penmanship. Callipygian, having well-shaped buttocks. Callisection, vivisection of anesthetized animals. Calisthea, beauty prizes. Calisthenics, strengthening and beautifying exercises. Calodemon, good spirit. Calomel, strong purgative compound of mercury acting on liver. Caloric, pertaining to heat. Calorific, producing heat. Calorimeter, instrument for measuring heat. Calote, skull cap special of Roman Catholic clergy, small dome. Calque, word or phrase directly translated from one language and used in another. Caltrop, spike device laid on the ground to disable enemy horses or vehicles. Calumet, American Indian tobacco pipe of peace. Calumniate, Islander. Calvarial, pertaining to crown of head. Calvitis, baldness. Calx, floral calces, lime oxide. Calyx, floral calices, outer wall of generally green floral leaves, sepals in flower. Calicate, having calices. Calciform, calyx shape. Calicid, pertaining to calices. Calicoid, calyx-like. Camaraderie, comradeship, good fellowship. Camarilla, political secret society special of king's favorites. Cambism, theory of commercial exchange. Cambis, person dealing in bills of exchange. Cambistry, study of international exchange. Cambium, soft enveloping tissue of trees from which new tissues are formed. Cambiform, like cambium in nature or function. Cambiogenetic, producing cambium. Camelopargyrophy. Cameralism, economic theory in which the public revenue is sole measure of national prosperity. Cameralis, adherent of cameralism. Cameralistic, pertaining to public revenue. Cameralistics, study of national finance. Camera lucida, instrument containing prism by which image of object is projected onto flat surface where it may be traced. Camera obscura, box or chamber with lens drawing onto screen image of object outside. Camerated, divided into chambers. Cameration, division into chambers, vaulting. Camariere, feminine camariera, valet waiter. Camerlingo, papal treasurer. Camion, flat low four-wheel truck or dray. Camisade, attack by night. Camlet, fine dress fabric of silk and camel hair or wool and goat's hair. Camletin, imitation camlet of hair and worsted. Chamomile, common daisy-like plant yielding drug of wide use. Camorra, secret terrorist organization especially of 19th century. Campaniform, bell shape. Campanile, freestanding bell tower. Campanology, study knowledge of bells, bell making, bell ringing. Campanist, expert on bells, bell ringing. Campanulate, bell shape. Campestral, pertaining to or thriving in an open countryside. Canal, the mob, rabble. Canard, baseless rumor, hoax. Canasta, elaborate form of rummy card game with partners. Canaster, coarse tobacco. Cancellated, marked with network of plants having a sponge-like structure. Canciform, crab shape, medicine, cancer-like. Cancrivorous, feeding on crabs. Cancrisans, moving crabwise or backwards, music having theme repeated backwards. Cancroid, crab-like, cancer-like. Candent, white hot. Candescent, glowing. Carnivorous, sculpture of a young man or woman carrying a basket on head. Canescent, becoming white, hoary. Cange, wooden yoke inscribed with list of his offenses hung round criminal's neck in China. Canicular, pertaining to dog star or dog days. Canitis, whiteness of hair. Canel, kind of fine brightly burning coal. Canellated, fluted. Canilure, groove, especially in cartridge. Canular, hollow tubular. Canon, Law, code, especially ecclesiastical, criterion, authentic, or accepted books, especially of Bible, list, music, part, song in which opening passage is strictly repeated. Canonical, according to ecclesiastical law, authentic, legal. Canonicals, clergyman's costume or robes. Canonics, study of canon of Bible. Canonists, expert on canon law, strict adherent of rules. Canopus, ancient Egyptian vase for holding viscera of dead. Canorus, sweet sounding. Can, jargon or slang of a particular group, hypocritical use of pious phraseology. Cantaloupe, kind of small melon. Cantatory, pertaining to singer or singing. Cantatrice, female singer. Cantharides, medical preparation of dried Spanish flies formerly used as a diuretic or aphrodisiac. Cantaridate, treat with cantharides. Cantharidian, made of cantharides. Cantaridism, condition due to excessive use of cantharides. Canthus, angle between eyelids at corner of eye. Canticle, short psalm, holy song. Cantilena, smooth flowing melody or vocal style. Cantilever, projecting bracket. Cantilever bridge, bridge composed of two or more cantilevers not supporting each other as fourth bridge. Cantel, slice, hinder saddle bow. Cantonment, troops camp or barracks, small military station, especially in British India. Cantor, liturgical singer and leader of prayers in synagogue. Precentor. Cantoral, pertaining to the north or precentor side of choir. Cantus firmus, flinchant melody, melodic theme, especially in counterpoint. Canzone, song, lyric, song like instrumental piece. Canzonet, short song or melody. Cucho, rubber, especially pure. Cuchocine, rubber oil. Capacitance, electricity, ability to store an electric charge, measure of such ability. Capacitor, device for accumulating electric charge. Capapay, from head to foot. Caparison, armor, harness, trappings placed such covering upon. Capiador, bullfighter carrying red cloak. Capercailzie, largest grouse bird. Capias, rite of harassment. Capillary, pertaining to or like a hair, minute hair like blood vessel. Capillaceous, hairy, bristly. Capilliform, hair-like. Capillarimeter, instrument measuring liquid by action of capillarity. Capillarity, movement of liquid up or down when in contact with solid due to surface tension. Capistrate, hooded. Capitate, head. Capitative, per head. Capitation, counting or levying by the head that is per person, poll tax. Capitative, per person. Capitular, pertaining to cathedral chapter. Capitulary, statute or member of such chapter. Capon, castrated cock, especially fatted for table. Caponize, castrate. Caporal, cross tobacco. Capote, ladies' long-hooded cloak. Capriolate, having tendrils. Prick, pertaining to goat. Caprid, goat. Capricate, improve cultivated figs by artificial pollination from wild figs. Capripig, wild fig. Caprifoliaceous, pertaining to or like honeysuckle, belonging to honeysuckle family of plants. Caprine, pertaining to or like goat. Capriole, leaf and cake by trained horse. Capriped, satyr. Capsicum, plant yielding, example red or green peppers, its fruit. Captation, attempt to obtain applause or recognition. Captious, fault finding. Capybara, largest rodent, a guinea pig-like, web-footed mammal of South America. Carabiniere, policeman, soldier armed with cabring. Caracal, lynx of Africa and Asia. Caracol, half turned by trained horse, copper meets such turn. Carapace, exoskeleton, protective shell of tortoise, etc. Caravanserai is turned in especially for accommodation of caravans. Caravel, a small 3 or 4 masted ship of 15th and 16th centuries Turkish battleship. Carbasidometer, instrument measuring quantity of carbon dioxide in air. Carbasus, lint gauze. Carbomycin, antibiotic drug obtained from a soil fungus used chiefly against respiratory infections. Carbonade, beef stew made with beer. Carbonado, piece of meat, fish, etc. scored and grilled. Carbonari, members of secret 19th century Italian Republican Association. Carbonic, pertaining to carbon. Carboniferous, containing coal, geology of a period between 270 and 350 million years ago. Carbonize, convert into carbon, char. Carborundum, polishing substance compounded of silicon and carbon. Carboy, large wicker covered bottle. Carbuncle, large bowl garnet cut and cabochon. Carburet, combine or charge with carbon. Carburation, charging air with enough fuel vapor to render mixture explosive. Carcajou, wolverine, cougar, North American badger. Carcanet, jeweled necklace or collar. Carcinogen, a cancer-causing substance. Carcinology, study of crustaceans. Carcinomorphic, like a crab or crustacean. Carcinopagus, feeding on crabs. Carcinoma, a form of malignant cancer. Carcinomatosis, condition characterized by multiple carcinomas. Cardamom, seeds and fruit of an East Indian plant used in medicine as a stimulant, etc. Cardiac, pertaining to heart, stimulant for heart or stomach. Cardialgia, heartburn. Cardinal, applied to simple numbers 1, 2, 3, etc. Applied to north, south, east, and west points of compass. Cardiology, study of heart and its diseases. Cardiograph, instrument recording heart's movements. Cardiography, description of heart. Cardioid, heart shape. Cardiometry, measurement of heart. Cardiopathy, heart disease. Cardiotomy, incision into heart or upper end of stomach. Cardiovascular, pertaining to heart and blood vessels. Carditis, inflammation of cardiac tissue. Cardopagus, eater of T-cells, donkey. Carin, heel over, turn on side for repairs. Karim, length. Caret, mark indicating omission. Caribou, North American and Greenland reindeer. Caricology, study of sedges. Caricography, description of sedges. Caricus, fig-like. Caries, decay of bone or tooth. Carigenic, producing caries. Carillon, fill of bells. Carillionis, flare on carillon. Carinate, like or having a kill. Cariniform, kill shape. Carriole, light one-horse carriage on cart, Canadian kind of sling. Caritative, charitable. Carmagnole, white labeled button jacket of Piedmont, costume of Jacobin French revolutionaries, including the Carmagnole, red cap and tricolor sash, French revolutionary song and dance. Carmitative, medicine expelling wind. Carnassial, of teeth adapted for tearing. Carnelian, hard red variety of Chalcedony. Carneus, like or flesh, flesh-colored. Carnifex, executioner. Carnification, conversion into flesh. Carnificial, pertaining to executioner or butcher. Carniform, flesh-like. Carnify, converted into or become like flesh. Carnivorous, flesh-eating. Carnous, fleshy. Carnet, customs license for temporary importation of motor vehicle. Carob, Mediterranean plant yielding edible pulp used example as chocolate substitute. Carom, cannon in billiards, cannon, rebound. Caronamide, substance that prolongs the action of penicillin by preventing its excretion. Carotene, yellowish red hydrocarbon giving color to carrots, butter, etc. and converted into vitamin A in the body. Carotid, artery conducting blood to head. Carotic, comatose. Carpe diem, enjoy the day, seize the opportunity, make hay while the sun shines. Carpel, botany, pistil, organ forming part of pistil. Carpellate, having carpels. Carpidium, small carpel. Carpitis, arthritis of carpus. Carpogenous, fruit producing. Carpulate, fossil fruit or seed. Carpology, study of fruit structure. Carpopagus, feeding on fruit. Carpus, wrist, small bones of wrist. Carak, galeon. Cargin, kind of dark red branch seaweed, Irish moss. Carrel, both for individual study in library. Carronade, kind of short, like chips gun. Caron oil, lotion composed of lime water and linseed oil, formerly used for burns. Carte blanche, white card, permission to act freely. Cartel, association of business organizations to limit competition and maintain prices, alliance of political parties. Cartilage, gristle. Cartilaginoid, like cartilage. Cartilaginous, pertaining to or composed of cartilage. Cartogram, map showing statistical information diagrammatically. Cartography, map making. Cartomancy, divination or fortune telling by playing cards. Cartonpiere, kind of paper mache imitative of stone or bronze. Cartouche, scroll or shield shape or oval ornamentation, oval figure containing ancient Egyptian kings' names and titles. Cartridge case. Caruncle, leisure outgrowth. Caruncular, having caruncles. Carbel built, of a ship with planks meeting flush at the seams. Caryatid, sculptured female figure acting as a pillar. Kasake, casac blouse. Cassis, enzyme decomposing the casein in milk and cheese. Casein, essential albumin of milk. Acid casein, curd. Caseate, become cheese-like. Cassify, become or make cheese-like. Cassius, like cheese. Cassimate, vampire-proof in fortification. Caserne, garrison's barracks. Cassation, annulment, music, a serenade-like instrumental composition for outdoor performance. Court of Cassation, highest French court of appeal. Cassava, tropical plant with roots yielding starch used in tapioca making. Manioc. Cassidius, helmet shape. Cassidony, lavender. Cassiterite, native dioxide of tin, the chip ore of tin. Casuari, emu-like bird of Australasia. Casuari tree. Casuarina. Castian, pertaining to chestnut. Castaneus, chestnut-colored. Castellan, castle governor. Castellani, jurisdiction of Castellan. Castellar, pertaining to or like a castle. Castellated, battlemented, turreted, castle-like in appearance. Castigate, punish, reprove, criticize severely. Castor, substance derived from beaver and used in perfumery, hat especially of beaver fur. Castory, brown color obtained from castor. Castral, pertaining to camp. Castramitation, art of playing out a camp. Castrato, treble or alto male singer whose voice was prevented from breaking by castration. Castrensian, castral. Casualism, doctrine that all things happen by chance. Casuarina, Australian oak. Casuist, sophist, resolver of questions of conscience. Castority, study of rules of right and wrong. application of such rules to particular cases, false reasoning, especially on moral matters, casus belli, event which justifies a declaration of war, catabaptist, opponent of infant baptism, catabasis, decline of disease, catabolism, destructive chemical processes in living creatures, catachresis, use of wrong words, catactonian, subterranean, cataclasis, geology, the formation of rocks by crushing and sharing, cataclysm, breaking down, cataclysm, catastrophe, upheaval, catacaustic, pertaining to echoes, catacoustics, study of echoes, catadioptric, pertaining or due to both reflection and the refraction of light, catadioptrics, study of catadioptric phenomena, catadromus, migrating from fresh to salt water to spawn, catafalque, fixed barrier for lying in state, catakinetic, destructive of energy, catalectic, lacking a syllable at end, catalepsy, rigid or trance-like fit, cataleptiform, like catalepsy, catalactic, pertaining to exchange, catalactics, study of commercial exchange, catalpa, ornamental American and Asiatic tree, Indian bean, catalysis, alteration in speed of chemical reaction due to introduction of a substance which remains unchanged, catalyst, introduced substance of catalysis, catalytic, catalyst alternative, catalytic converter, device for reducing toxic emissions from internal combustion engine, catamenia, medicine, menstruation, catamite, void kept for homosexual purposes, catamountain, wildcat, cataphasia, speech disorder involving constant repetition of a word or phrase, cataphoresis, movement due to application of electricity or particles through fluid, injection of drugs electrically, cataplasm, cultis, cataplexy, catalepsy like trance or fit due to shock, motionlessness in animals feigning death, catastaltic, drug exercising restraint, astringent, catastasis, climax or culmination of drama, catastrophe, literature, denouement or unraveling of drama after climax, catastrophism, geology, theory that sudden isolated upheavals were responsible for geological changes, catastrophes, liver in such theory of catastrophism, catatonia, severe mental disturbance marked by catalepsy, catchment water collection, reservoir, catchment area, area draining into reservoir, etc., area from which institution draws its attendance, catchpole, one belief, catechesis, oral instruction in Christian doctrine, catechism, teaching by question and answer, summary of religious doctrine in question and answer form, catechist, teacher by catechism, native Christian teacher, catechu, astringent substance extracted from fruit, wood or leaves of several tropic plants including acacias and areca palm, catechumen, person receiving instruction especially in religion, catechumenism, status of a catechumen, categorical imperative, philosophical principle of Kant, an action willed to be good in itself and not only good as means to an end, catena, chain, series, catenoid, chain-like, catenarian, pertaining to chain or catenary, catenary, chain-like curve assumed by chain suspended between 2 points, catenate, joined together like a chain, chain-like, catharsis, purging, literature, forging of emotions by tragedy, cathartic, purgative, cathedra, throne, bishops or professor's chair, ex cathedra, Latin from the chair, authoritative, catheter, medicine, Tube introduced into bladder through urethra. Cathetometer, instrument measuring small vertical distances with great accuracy. Cathode, negative terminal electrode by which current leaves. Cathode particle, electron. Cathode ray, stream of electrons from cathode to anode in discharge tube. Cathode ray tube, vacuum tube and television receiver on fluorescent end of which the screen picture is created by cathode rays. Cathodograph, X-ray photograph. Catholicon, Phanasea, catholyte, portion of electrolyte about cathode. Cation, positively charged ion moving towards cathode in electrolysis. Cathogenic, geology, formed from above, sedimentary. Catoptric, pertaining to reflection of light. Catoptromancy, divination by gazing into mirror or crystal. Catoptrics, study of reflection. Catalo, a cross between domestic cattle and North American bison. Caucus, a small powerful committee especially in political party, meeting of such committee. Caudal, pertaining to tail. Caudad, towards tail. Caudate, tail. Caudiform, tail-like. Caul, membrane sometimes covering head of newborn infant and regarded as lucky. Caulin, botany growing on the stem. Cauliform, like a stem. Cauligenous, born on stem. Caulescent, with aerial stem. Caulome, stem structure of a plant. Caulotaxy, disposition of branches on stem. Cause celebre, plural, causes celebres, famous lawsuit, especially one creating much public stir. Causery, chat, writing and conversational tone. Cautery, medical instrument used for searing wounds, etc. Use of such instrument. Cavatina, simple song or melody. Cave, beware, look out. Cave canem, beware of the dog. Keeping cave, acting as lookout. Caveat, injunction to stop proceedings, warning. Caveat emptor, Latin, let the purchaser beware. Verniculus, living in caves. Vernulus, full of small cavities. Cavicorn, with hollow horns. Cavil, find fault, querulous objection. Caborelievo, a sculpture in which highest part is level with the surface of stone, hollow relief. Cavi, several small rodents, guinea pig. CD-ROM, abbreviation for compact disk read-only memory, computer storage device using compact disk technology. Ceciology, study of insect galls. Cecijogenous, causing galls. Cecil, force meatball. Cedilla, comma-like mark C indicating that C is pronounced sibilant. Cedrate, citron. Seal, cover with plaster, boarding, etc. give a ceiling to. Celid, informal gathering with music, dancing, etc. Ceilometer, instrument measuring the distance between cloud ceiling and earth's surface. Celadon, porcelain with grayish-green glaze, pale grayish-green. Chelation, concealment. Celature, process of embossing metal. Celerity, swiftness. Celibatarian, pursuit advocating celibacy. Celidography, description of suns or planets' surface markings. Cellulosic, plastic made from cellulose. Celloscope, medicine, instrument for examining body cavities. Celt, prehistoric age stone, bronze or iron implement. Celtiform, celt shape. Cembalo, dulcimer, harpsichord, any musical instrument with hammers to strike strings. Cembalis, player on cembalo. Cenacle, dining room, especially room in which the Last Supper was held. Cenobite, member of religious community, monk. Cenobi, convert or monastery. Cenobitism, cenobitical state or practice. Censer, receptacle for incense. Cental, measure of weight equivalent of 100 pound. Centenary, pertaining to or lasting 100 years, 100 anniversary. Centennial, pertaining to or lasting 100 years. Centenarian, person aged 100 years or more. Centesimal, counting or counted by hundreds. Centesimate, punished by punishing especially executing every 100 men. Centimetric, less than 1 meter in length, every short radio and radar waves. Cento, anthology of short quotations, any patchwork-like composition. Centonism, composition of a cento. Centrifugal, tending to move away from center.
Centrifuge, machine for separating substances of different densities by centrifugal force, separate by means. Centripetal, tending to move toward center. Centrobaric, pertaining to center of gravity. Centupel, 100-fold, increase 100-fold. Centurate, divided into hundreds. Sepacious, like an onion. Cephalic, pertaining to head. Cephalic index, 100 times maximum breadth of skull divided by maximum length. Cephalad, towards head. Cephalate, having a head. Cephalod, mollusks as octopus, squid, etc. with arm-like tentacles attached to head. Cephalosporin, antibiotic drug extracted from Cephalosporium mold of very wide application. Cephalothorax, body or head with thorax of spiders, crustaceans, etc. Serraceous, like wax. Ceral, pertaining to wax or cere. Ceramics, art of making pottery. Ceramis, maker of or expert on pottery. Ceramography, historical or descriptive work on pottery. Cerate, medical engine composed of wax, lard, etc. having a cere. Serrated, covered with wax. Ceratoid, horny like or shaped like horn. Ceronoscope, Asian instrument used to simulate the sound of thunder. Cercal, caudal. Cere, wax like protuberance at base of upper part of a bird's bill. Cerus, pertaining to or like a cere. Cerebellum, part of brain projecting at back, little brain. Cerebrotonic, having a shiny inhibited temperament associated with ectomorphy. Cerebrum, brain especially forepart. Cerebral, pertaining to cerebrum, primarily or excessively intellectual. Cerebrate, think deeply, reason. Cerebrospinal, pertaining to brain and spinal cord. Cerements, grave clothes. Ceriferous, yielding wax. Cermet, a strong alloy of a metal with a heat-resisting compound, especially used for turbine blades and similar objects. Cernus, botany, drooping, hanging. Cerography, writing on wax, painting with wax colors, encaustic painting. Ceroplastics, wax modeling. Certes, certainly. Certiorari, writ for transference of hearing to superior court or calling for production before superior court of records of a lower court. Cerulean, sky blue, dark blue. Cerulescent, bluish. Cerumen, wax of ear. Ceruminiferous, yielding cerumen. Ceruminous, pertaining to cerumen. Cerus, white lid. Cervical, pertaining to the neck or cervix. Cervine, pertaining to or like deer. Cervical, pertaining to bear. Cervix, neck, narrow mouth. Caesius, blue-gray. Cession, act of ceding specialized property or territory. Cessionary, asini, grantee. Cetane, an oil found in petroleum. Cetane number presenting ignition value of diesel oil, being the percentage of cetane in a mixture used for testing by comparison. Ceteris paribus, other things being equal. CFC,
abbreviation for chlorofluorocarbon. Chacon, quiet old Spanish dance, set of variations on a continuously repeated ground bass. Chad, small pieces of paper removed by a punch. Chador, large cloth worn as head covering and veil by Muslim women, especially as sign of the religious orthodoxy. Chaetoporus, wearing bristles. Chagrin, disappointment, annoyance, vexation, disappoint deeply, annoy. Shies, light tool carriage especially with suspended body. Scholastic, laxative. Chalcedony, blue or gray variety of quartz. Chalcography, engraving on brass or copper. Chalcolytic, pertaining to copper or Bronze Age. Chalcotrip, person who takes rubbings of ornamental brasses. Chalicosis, stonecutter's lung disease due to inhaling stone dust. Chalone, glandular secretion curbing activity. Chalonic, pertaining to chalon, restraining. Chalibate, containing salts of iron such as water, medicine, etc. Chamicephalic, having a flattened skull. Chamicephalus, such chamicephalic person. Chamicephaly, such chamicephalic condition. Chambre, at room temperature of wine. Chamfer, groove, edge with flat surface between two bevels. Cut chambers in, cut off angles of, round off. Chama, cloak like Abyssinian garment. Champagne, plain, any level expanse. Champerty, law, rhyme of aiding another's lawsuit in order to share in gains therefrom. Champignon, mushroom. Champlive, enamel bearing indentations filled with color. Chancre, syphilitic ulcer. Chancreform, like a chancre. Chancroid, local sore resembling a chancre. Chancrus, like or having chancre. Changeling, child substituted secretly for parents through child, especially ugly or backward child supposedly left by fairies. Fecal person. Chantage, blackmail. Chanter, pipe of bagpipe on which the tune is played. Chantry, chapel, fruits or endowment for singing masses. Chaparajos, cowboy's leather, leg coverings, chaps. Chapati, Indian unleavened bread or pancake. Chapbook, a small popular book, formerly of songs etc. sold by peddlers. Chapman, peddler. Chapel ardente, burning chapel, framework bearing burning candles over coffin or catafalque. Charcuterie, shop selling cold meats made from pork. Charge d'affaires, plural, charges d'affaires. Ambassador at minor court, assistant or deputy to ambassador. Charivari, medley, special of noises, mock, musical performance with whistles, utensils, etc. Charlatan, impostor, quack. Charnel house, place where dead bodies or bones are deposited. Charpoy, light bedstead. Charky, dried strips of meat, jerk beef. Chark, cut into strips and dried. Chasmogamy, opening of flower for fertilization. Chasmopilus, food of crannies and crevices. Chasmophyte, such Chasmopilus plant. Chasuble, outermost ecclesiastical vestment without sleeves. Chatelaine, woman owner, occupier or caretaker of castle. Ring attached to belt for carrying keys, etc. Chatoyant, with luster that seems of different colors in different lights. Stone which shines with a heavy band of light. Cat's eye. Chauffeur, a small portable stove. Chows, wildcat, special of India and Africa. Chaussure, foot covering. Chauvinism, aggressive patriotism, jingoism, implicit belief in the superior of one's own sex group, etc. Chebek, sebek. Chef d'oeuvre, plural, chefs d'oeuvre, masterpiece. Shella, plural, chele, pincer-like claw of, example, crab, scorpion. Cheliferous,
having pincers. Chelonian, pertaining to tortoise or turtle. Chelonid, sea turtle. Chemin de fer, rod of iron, railway line of baccarat. Chemokinesis, increase in activity caused chemically. Chemolysis, decomposition chemically caused. Chemonuclear, pertaining to or arising from both a chemical and a nuclear reaction. Chemoprophylaxis, prevention by means of a chemical drug. Chemoreceptor, sense organ that responds to chemical stimuli. Chemotaxis, movement of organism towards or away from a chemical substance. Chemotherapy, medical treatment by chemicals attacking disease-producing organism. Chemotropism, growth in response to chemical stimuli. Chemurgy, industrial organic chemistry. Tersocene, peninsula. Chert, flint-like concretions in limestone. Chervil, a salad herb with curled leaves. Cheval de frise, plural chevax de frise, spike bark on wall or windowsill. Cheval glass, full-length mirror in frame. Chevalier, knight, cavalier, gallant. Chevelin, equine, horseflesh. Chevelure, head of hair. Chevet, east end of especially French Gothic church or chancel. Cheville, a necessary word especially used to extend verse line. Chevret, kind of thin kid leather. Chevron, V-shaped bar or stripe. Chevrotain, a small deer-like mammal of East Indies and Africa. Mouse deer. Chaise, at the house or home of. Chiaroscuro, use of light and shade in painting, use of similar contrast in writing, etc. Chiaroscuris, artist skilled in chiaroscuro. Chiasma, plural chiasmata, cross-shaped configuration especially in pairing chromosomes. Chiasmus, plural chiasmi, inversion of order of corresponding elements of parallel phrases as in born under one law to another bound. Chibuk, long Turkish smoking pipe. Chicane, chicanery, series of tight bends on motor racing track. Hand of cards without trumps, cheat, trick, use subterfuge. Chicanery, use of especially legal quibbles, sophistry of subterfuge to deceive, trick, quibble. Chicle, rubber-like gum, main ingredient of chewing gum, obtained from Central American sapodilla tree. Chiclero, Spanish-American gatherer of chicle. Chico, little one, my friend. Chiffonnier, sideboard, chest of drawers. Chignon, knot or bone of hair pad over which hair is arranged. Chigo, flea, chigger, jigger. Chiliad, 1,000 years. Chiliadal, chiliadic. Chiliagon, thousand-sided figure. Chiliarch, ancient Greek or Roman officer in charge of 1,000 men. Chiliasam, believed in second incarnation of Christ as king of world millenarianism. Chilias, adherent of such Chiliasam belief. Chilum, hookah, wall of hookah, tobacco smoking. Chilumche, brush wash basin. Chimera, imaginary monster, bogey, impossible idea. Chimerical, imaginary, fanciful, fantastic. Chinch, bedbug. Chinchilla, a small squirrel-like South American rodent. It's so poor, applied to some fourth-grade varieties of rabbit, cat, etc. Chine, backbone, cut off meat adjoining backbone, saddle ridge, small ravine cut into pieces. Chincara, Indian gazelle or kind of antelope. Chinoiserie, decoration furniture of imitating Chinese design. Chinook, warm dry wind blowing down east side of Rocky Mountains. Chonaplepsia, snow blindness. Charagra, gout of the fingers. Chiral, pertaining to hand, turning to either left or right. Chirapsa, massage. Chirograph, written band or indenture. Chirography, handwriting. Chirology, study of hand. Chiromancy, palmistry. Chironomy, art of gesture with hands. Chiropraxis, manipulation of joints especially of spine as medical remedy. Chirothesia, laying on of hands in ecclesiastical ceremony. Chirotony, election by show of hands, ecclesiastical use of hand in blessing, etc. Cheer, make drill sound like a grasshopper. Chirurgeon, surgeon. Chirurgery, surgery. Chitin, horny substance forming outer space of most insects, crustaceans, etc. Chitoid, like chitin. Chiton, in ancient Greece and Rome, loose woolen tunic. Zoology, small marine mollusks. Chlamys, horseman's loose cloak of ancient Greece. Chlamydate, having a mantle. Chlamydius, botany pertaining to floral envelope. Chloremia, chlorosis. Chloral, oily liquid obtained from chlorine and alcohol. Chloral hydrate, sleeping draught obtained from chloral. Chloralism, condition due to abuse of chloral. Chloramphenicol, an antibiotic drug originally isolated from a soil microorganism effective against various bacterial and viral diseases. Chlorocrus, greenish. Chlorofluorocarbon, synthetic gas used as aerosol propellant and refrigerant, thought harmful to the ozone layer. Chlorometer, instrument for measuring chlorine, especially in bleaching powders. Chloromycetin, trademark name for chloramphenicol. Chlorophyll, green coloring matter of plants. Chlorophyllid, like chlorophyll. Chloroplastid, portion of protoplasm containing this, active in photosynthesis. Chlorosis, anemia in young women, green sickness, similar condition of plants due to lack of light. Chlorotic, lacking chlorophyll. Guanoid, funnel shape. Choke damp, asphyxiating gas, mainly carbon dioxide of mines. Cholecyst, gallbladder. Cholecystectomy, removal of gallbladder. Cholecystitis, inflammation of gallbladder. Cholelithiasis, production of gallstones. Choler, anger, bile. Choleric, pertaining to choler, easily angered. Cholesterol, sterol found in most animal tissues and fats, thought to contribute to heart disease if present. Chole, short, close-fitting blouse worn under a sari. Coleum, diameter triameter, having trochee or spondy in third foot. Colic, pertaining to bile. Choler, double chin. Cololith, gallstone. Chomage, work stoppage, slump, unemployment. Chondral, cartilaginous. Chondrification, conversion into cartilage. Chondrogenesis, production of cartilage. Chondroid, like cartilage. Chondrosis, formation of cartilage. Chondrostean, with cartilaginous skeleton. Choragus, leader of chorus in ancient Greek drama, person officiating at festival. Choral, hymn tune. Chorditis, inflammation of vocal cords. Chorea, nervous disease marked by involuntary twitchings. Chorea minor, St. Vitus dance. Choreotrochi, choreotic, pertaining to choral song and dance. Choriamb, metrical foot comprising a trochee and an iambus. Choric, pertaining to chorus in ancient Greek tragedy. Chorion, membrane enclosing amnion. Chorypetalous, with petals separated. Chorycephalous, with sepals separated. Chorograph, instrument finding position of a place from angles enclosed by lines between it and three under known places. Chorography, geographical description of a region. Chorology, study of geographical distribution. Chorometry, surveying of land. Jus jugi, judge thing, settled matter on which further argument is useless. Chosen action, law, things such as a mortgage, debt, etc., in respect of which there is a legal action.
chose in possession, thing as goods and chattels in ownership. Chotapeg, smoldering. Choltry, caravanserai, colonnade. Chowder, mixed meat, fish, vegetable, and clam stew or soup. Crematistic, pertaining to gaining of money. Crematistics, study of money. Chrestomati, collection of short written passages, especially in foreign language. Praise book. Chrestomatic, pertaining to useful knowledge. Chrism, holy oil. Chrismachoin, application of chrism. Chrismatory, vessel holding chrism, pertaining to chrismachon. Chromaesthesia, mental association of colors with theses, sights, sounds, figures, etc. Chromascope, instrument showing colors effects. Chromatic, pertaining to color music using tones outside the key in which it is written, especially the half tones and accidental. Chromaticism, music, use of chromatic tones. Chromaticity, degree or state of having color. Chromatics, study of color. Chromatin, protoplasmic substance in cell nucleus forming chromosomes and carrying hereditary characters. Chromatism, occurrence of abnormal coloration. Chromatography, chemistry, separation or analysis of mixture by adsorption of individual ingredients on filter paper, etc. Chromatopathy, disease causing abnormal coloration of skin. Chromatosis, chromatism of skin. Chromogen, substance developing into coloring matter of plants. Chromogenic, producing color. Chromolithograph, colored lithograph. Chromophilus, chemistry, readily staining. Chromophobe, staining only slightly. Chromophotography, color photography. Chromoptometer, instrument measuring eye sensitivity to color. Chromosome, thread-shaped structure occurring in cell nucleus which transmit hereditary characteristics. Chromosphere, layer of glowing glass surrounding sun or a star. Chromotypography, printing in colors. Chromosylography, printing in colors from wooden blocks. Chronogram, phrase or sentence certain letters of which form a date, generally in Roman figures. Chronogrammatis, composer of chronogram. Chronograph, stopwatch. Chronography, recording of intervals of time. Chronology, science of dates, arrangement in order of time of occurrence. Chronometer, timepiece, especially of exceptional accuracy. Chronometry, measuring of time and divisions of time. Chronoper, electrical contact maker for transmitting time signals. Chronophotography, taking a set of photographs of a moving object at regular intervals. Chronoscope, instrument measuring very small intervals of time. Chronometer in which figures are seen through apertures in dial. Chronostichon, chronogrammatic line of verse. Chronothermometer, chronometer whose rate is altered by temperature changes. Chronotropic, affecting rate of pulse. Chrysalis, plural chrysalises, motionless stage of insect life in which it has a hard covering. Pupa, chrysaloid, like a chrysalis. Chrysanthus, yellow flowered. Chryselephantine, made of, ornamented with ivory and gold. Chrysoaristocracy, plutocracy. Chrysocarpus, having yellow fruit. Chrysochlorus, greenish colored in color. Chrysocrus, golden yellow. Chrysography, writing in letters of gold. Chrysolite, olive green or yellow crystal used as a gem. Olivine. Chrysology, economic study of precious metals and their value. Chrysopolis, lover of gold. Chrysopoetics, manufacture or transmutation into gold. Chrysoprase, green variety of chalcedony used as gem. Crystocrene, geology, rock formation resembling glacier. Tonian, pertaining to Greek gods of underworld. Chudar, Chador. Chakar, one of the periods into which game of polo is divided. Chupati, Chapati. Churinga, plural, Churingas, sacred amulet of Australian Aborigines. Churigesresque, pertaining to a style of late 17th century Spanish Baroque architecture. Churus, hemp resin, leather bag for drawing water from well. Chutzpah, cheek, shameless audacity. Chyle, milky fluid containing fluid secreted into blood by lactic vessels in small intestine. Chylaceous, producing chyle. Chyliform, like chyle. Chylocoli, botany, possession of fleshy leaves. Chylopoiesis, production of chyle. Chylus, consisting of chyle. Chyme, semi-liquid partly digested food, leaving stomach. Chymiferous, containing chyme. Chymification, conversion of food into chyme. Chypre, mixture of resins etc. used in perfumery. Cibation, feeding. Cibarian, pertaining to mouth. Cibarius, pertaining to food. Cibophobia, dislike for food. Ciborium, plural cibaria, vessel holding consecrated wafers, canopy over altar. Cicada, insect of warm countries. Cicatrice, scar. Cicatrical, small scar. Cicatricose, scarred. Cicatrice, heel grow over. Cicerone, plural ciceroni, guide escorting tourists, sightseers. Cisesbeo, plural cisesbai, married woman's lover or escort. Ciconin, like or pertaining to a stork. Cidivan, former, ex. Cilia, singular cilium, eyelashes, hair-like outgrowths of microscopic organisms or cells acting as organs of propulsion. Ciliary muscle, muscle compressing or extending lens of eye in accommodation. Cili, having fine hairs. Cilice, hair cloth, hair shirt. Ciliosis, muscular spasm of upper eyelid. Cimex, plural, cimices, bedbug. Cimicide, substance destroying bedbugs. Cinchona, South American tree with bark yielding quinine, Peruvian bark. Cinchonin, quinine alkaloid extracted from cinchona bark. Cinchonism, condition due to overuse of quinine and other extracts of cinchona bark. Cincture, girdle. Cineste, devotee of cinema. Cinematograph, instrument recording speed special of wind. Cinenchimatus, latissiferus. Cinerary, pertaining to ashes, especially of cremated body. Cinerarium, place where ashes of cremated bodies are deposited. Cinereal, pertaining to light or colored like ashes. Cinereus, like ashes. Cingulate, having girdle. Singular, ring shape. Cinnabar, natural sulfide of mercury, the chief source of mercury. Cinquain, group of 5, especially 5-line stanza. Cinquecento, 16th century, work or style of art produced then. Cinquecentis, Italian artist of 16th century, student of Italian art of that period. Cinquefoil, several plants having leaves divided into 5 lobes, architectural decoration resembling such leaf. Cipulin, green straight white marble. Cipus, floral cipi, a small column marking burial place or landmark. Circa, about, abbreviation C. Circassian, pertaining to biological processes occurring regularly at 24-hour intervals. Circinate, ring shape, rolled into a closed spiral. Circumambient, surrounding on all sides. Circumambulate, walk around. Circumambulate, fly around. Circumcrescent, growing over or round. Circumdiction, Circumlocution. Circumferentor, surveyor's angle measuring compass instrument. Circumflex, flayed to accent indicating length of vowel, curve, arc. Circumfluent, flowing around. Circumforaneous, wandering, especially from street to street. Vagrant. Circumfulgent, shining about or round. Circumfuse, surround with liquid, pour round. Circuminsular, surrounding an island. Circumjacent, surrounding. Circumlittoral, next to shore. Circumlocution, roundabout phrase or talk. Circummigrate, wander from place to place. Circumnavigate, sail round. Circumesophageal, about or along the gullet. Circumpolar, about or at north or south pole. Circumscribe, enclose, limit. Circumsolar, revolving round sun. Circumspect, cautious. Circumvallation, surrounding trench or rampart. Circumvent, outreach, prevent by strategy. Circumvent, travel round. Circumvolant, flying round. Circumvolute, twist, wind round. Circumvolution, revolution, fold. Circumlocution, circumvolve, revolve, round. Serrate, having tendrils. Cirrhosis, medicine, hardened or fibrous condition, especially of liver. Cirriped, parasitic marine as barnacle. Cirrus, plural, cirri, tendril, high, fine, thin cloud. Cirrocumulus, small cumulus clouds at great height, mackerel sky. Cirrus, cirrate. Cirrostratus, layer of stratus cloud at great height. Cirrovolume, sheet of cirrus cloud covering sky. Cisalpine, on the side of Alps, especially on the southern or Roman side. Cisandine, on the side of the Andes. Cisatlantic, on the side of the Atlantic Ocean. Ciselysian, on the side of Elysium or heaven. Cismarine, on the side of the sea. Cismontane, on the side of mountains desiring limitation of papal power. Cisoceanic, on the side of ocean. Cispadine, on the southern side of the river Po. Cispontine, on the side of bridges, sample on north side of Thames. Cisrenane, on the side of the Rhine. Cistron, segment of DNA required to synthesize a complete polypeptide chain for a particular function. Cistus, rock rose. Citation, summons, quotation, enumeration. Cithara, ancient lyre string musical instrument. Citharis, player on cithara. Citern, lute, cithara, zither, etc. Citrus, lemon colored. Citric, pertaining to or derived from lemons and other acid fruit. Citrine, lemon colored. Citron, large lemon-like fruit. Citrus, pertaining to or like citron. Civet, musk-like substance used as perfume obtained from civet cat. Civet cat, banded and spotted cat-like animal of Africa. Cladistics, biology, method of animal classification by shared characteristics. Cladoptosis, annual sheddings of twigs. Clairogent, able to hear sounds not actually present as spirit communications, etc. Clair de lune, moonlight, greenish blue color. Clairsentient, able to perceive sensations not actually present. Clairvoyant, person able to see objects not actually present, having second sight. Clamant, loud, insistent. Clamorous, loud. Glandular, clandestine. Clandestine, secret, illicit. Clangour, loud, open, repeated noise. Clack, a group of paid uploaders. Clacker, member of clack. Plastic, detachable into component parts. Geology, composed of fragments. Clatrate, lattice-like. Clatroid, marked with lattice-likes or grooves. Claudent, shutting. claudicant, limping, claustral, cloistral, claustration, confinement especially in convent, clavic, club shape, clavicin, harpsichord, carillon keyboard, claviature, keyboard, fingering system, clavicembalo, plural, clavicembali, harpsichord, clavichord, pianoforte-like musical instrument preceding pianoforte with horizontal strings, clavicle, collarbone, clavectomy, incision through clavicle, clavicular, having a clavicle, claviceterium, harpsichord-like musical instrument, clavier, claviature, and string musical instrument with keyboard, claviger, clavier, keykeeper or caretaker, clavis, plural claves, key, glossary, clabus, plural clavi, purple stripe worn on toga by persons of high rank in ancient Rome, corn on foot, intensely painful headache, claymore, large double-edged sword, erroneously broadsword with basket hilt, clearance, commerce, official statement that dues have been paid and permit to sell or move goods, clearance inwards, clearance to vessel in port having discharged cargo, clearance outwards, clearance to vessel about to sail, clear coal, mixture of size and whiting, cladonism, using circumlocution to avoid speaking words deemed unlucky, click, golf club with iron head, leg, gadfly, horsefly, cleistogamy, botany, self-fertilization without opening a flower, clem, usually passive starve, clem, famish, clemency, mercy, mildness, clepsydra, water clock, clerestory, windowed part of nave wall rising above easel roof, clerihu, short nonsensical or satirical poem, generally of 4 lines of varying length and especially biographical, invented by a cleriu Bentley, clerisy, educated or literary people collectively, cleromancy, divination by casting lots, cleronomy, inheritance, clevis, any securing device U-shape and with the pin between the extremities, clue, corner of sail to which ropes are attached, hold on this when changing sail, climacteric, critical, forming a turning point or crisis, turning point especially in life of individual generally reckoned at 21, 35, 49, 63, and 81 years of age, change of life, menopause, grand climacteric, 63, 3rd, and 81 first year of life, climatotherapy, treatment of disease by living in particular climate, clinamen, floral clinamina, bias, clinker built, office ship with overlapping planks, clinocephalic, having a saddle-shaped skull, clinocephalus, plural clinocephaly, such clinocephalic person, clinodromic, moving at an angle especially of missiles traveling at an angle to a moving target, clinoscopic, pertinent to missiles traveling in line with a moving target, clinology, study of organisms' retrograde development after passing maturity, clinometer, instrument measuring angle of slope, clinophobia, morbid fear of going to bed, clinquan, glittering showy tinsel meretricious work of art, clydritiate, keyhole shape, clitoris, small erectile penis-like organ of female near mouth of vagina, clitoritis, inflammation of clitoris, cloaca, plural, cloacae, sewer, water closet, zoology, passage or chamber receiving all bodily excretions in birds, reptiles, etc. Cloison, applied to enamel with color applied in spaces partition of bi-wires. Clonic, irregularly spasmodic. Closure, parliament, motion that the question be now put which if carried ends debate on subject. closure, American closure, claw, nail, cynosure, clough, galley, clamber, short leg heavy kind of spaniel, clopioid, fish like a herring, clypeus, shield-shaped plate on an insect's head, clypeate, shaped like a round shield, clysis, medicine, washing out of body cavity, klysmian, pertaining or due to blood, klesmic, cleansing, clister, medicine enema give clister to, nemis, shin bone, coaction, compulsion, joint action, coadjument, mutual aid, coadjutor, female coadjutrix, helper, abettor, coadjuvant, cooperating, coadjunate, combine into one, united, coaugment, cement together, coaptate, join or fit together, coarctate, closely pressed together, coarctation, constriction, coati, raccoon-like animal of South and Central American, coaxial, having a common axis, coaxial cable, cable in which central conductor is surrounded by tubular conductor, the insulation between them being mostly air, cobel, flat single-masted North Sea fishing boat, cociferous, bearing berries, coccus, plural cocci, spherical bacterium, coccyx, bone at base of spinal column, coccygeal, pertaining to or near coccyx, cochineal, scarlet dye obtained from dried insects, cochlea, floral cochlea, spirally coiled part of ear, cochlear, pertaining to the cochlea, spirally shaped, cochlate, like a screw or snail's shell, cochlear, medicine spoonful, cochleariform, spoon shape, cockatrice, basilis, coquette, official seal, shipper's clearance customs duty, cocotte, flared prostitute, kind of casserole, cocktail, bake, codex, floral codices, collection of ancient manuscripts especially biblical, codicil, clause added to and altering will, any additional clause or provision, codon, a character or group of characters in the genetic code carried by the living cell which directs the formation of a particular amino acid, coefficient, mathematics, quantitative expression of some characteristics, number by which a variable is multiplied, coelacan, large spiny bony plated fish, probable link between fishes and amphibious reptiles believed to have become extinct 60 million years ago, live specimens of which were caught in 1952. Coelanaglyphic, pertaining to Caborelievo. Coelialgia, vein in belly. Coelom, body cavity. Coelomate, having this coelom. Coemption, gaining monopoly in a commodity by buying all available supplies. Coemptor, person practicing coemption. Coenaculus, fan of eating, especially suppers. Coenaesthesis, psychology, sensation as a whole. Cenobite, conotrope, psychology, conduct characteristics of a group. Coessential, religion, formed from same substance. Cotenuous, contemporary. Coeval, person or thing of same age, of same length of time. Cogent, compelling, forceful, convincing. Cogitate, think deeply, consider seriously. Cogitable, conceivable. Cogitabond, deep in thought. Cogitative, contemplative, having power of thought. Cognate, having same ancestry, close related, word of same origin. Law, relation on mother's side. Cognition, such cognate relationship. Cognition, mental act of perceiving, knowledge. Cognitive, able to perceive or know. Cognizance, extent of knowledge, notice, especially judicial awareness, distinctive batch. Cognizant, taking notice, having knowledge. Cognize, perceive, take notice of. Cognomen, plural cognomina, family name, nickname. Cognominal, namesake. Cognoscenti, singular cognoscente, connoisseurs. Cognobit, law, admission by defendant of justice of plaintiff's case. Cohabit, live together, especially as man and wife. Cohabitant, person cohabiting. Cohere, adhere together, be united or consistent. Coherent, sensible, intelligible. Coherer, radio, early form of detector based on an imperfect contact. Cohesion, force uniting parts, interdependence. Cohibit, restrain. Cohort, company of soldiers numbering from 300 to 600 in ancient Roman army. Band of associates, American associate. Coif, close-fitting cap or hood, especially of women. Skull cuff, any headdress. Coiffure, female coiffeuse, hairdresser. Coiffure, hairdressing, a manner of dressing the hair. Coin, corner, angle, viewpoint. Coinstantaneous, occurring at same instant. Coitus, sexual intercourse. Coitus interruptus, withdrawal of the penis before ejaculation. Col, fast between mountain peaks. Collation, filtering. Colchicum, medusa prawn, autumn crocus. Colchicine, extract of this use as specific against gout. Coleopterus, pertaining to beetles and weevils, having hard anterior wings. Coleopteran, such beetles and weevils insects. Coleopteroid, beetle-like. Coleopterology, study of beetles and weevils insects. Colibri, hummingbird. Coliform, like a sheep. Colitis, inflammation of colon. Collage, creation of an artistic work by pasting shaped scraps of printed matter and other materials to a surface, such a composition. Collagen, gelatinous protein in bones and connective tissue. Collate, compare closely, classify, gather the pages of a document into their proper sequence. Collateral, derive the same made stack but subsidiary. Secondary, such relative or happening, security for repayment of a loan. Collation, act of collating, bestowal of benefits, light meal, especially cold. Collative, having power to bestow benefits. Collectivism, theory of communal control of means of production, evolutionary socialism. Collegium, managing board or committee. Collet, plunge holding a gem, metal collar or sleeve. Colletic, adhesive substance. Coliform, neck-like. Colligate, bind together, collifax for deduction of principle therefrom. Collimate, make parallel, adjust into line, adjust line of sight. Collimator, device in optical instrument for adjusting line of sight, producing parallel rays. Collinear, lying along same line. Collineate, aim at, place in line with. Colingual, having same language. Collocal, in same place. Collocate, arrange, place side by side, word which frequently qualifies another. Collocution, conversation. Collocutor, speaker and collocution. Colloid, mixture between a solution and a fine suspension, jelly-like substance. Colloquy, conversation, dialogue. Colloquial, pertaining to ordinary speech. Colloquialism, non-literary word or phrase, slang use of such words or phrases. Colloquize, converse, use colloquialisms. Collotype, method of printing illustrations from hardened gelatin film. Collusion, secret fraudulent agreement. Collutary, mouthwash. Collobium, geology mixture of rock fragments. Collyrium, floral collyria, eye wash or ointment, suppository. Tolucin, kind of cucumber forming ingredient or purgative, bitter apple. Colon, part of large intestine from cecum to rectum, punctuation mark. Colophon, device especially printers or publishers emblem on book, statement and end of book of printer's name and other particulars of publication. Colophony, rosin. Coloratura, highly ornamented virtuous musical passage, singer especially soprano of such music. Colorometer, instrument for measuring the quality or intensity of color. Colostomy, permanent opening made into colon. Colostrum, mother's first milk. Colotomy, surgical incision into colon. Colporture, itinerant seller or giver of books, especially religious literature. Colubrine, snake-like cunning. Colubriform, snake shape. Colugu, flying lemur. Columbaceous, pertaining to pigeons. Columbarium, collection of pigeonholes, cinerarium. Columbine, like a dove. Columboid, like a pigeon. Columniation, use or arrangement of columns in a structure. Color, celestial circle intersecting other at poles. Equinoctial colure, such circle passing through equinoctial points. Celestial colure, such circle at right angles to equinoctial color. Colytic, restraining antiseptic. Comate, hairy. Comburent, burning substance aiding combustion. Comborivorous, consuming by burning. Comedo, floral comedones, blackhead. Comestibles, victuals. Comiferous, tufted. Committee, civility, friendliness. Committee of Nations, respect for others' countries' laws and customs. Comatic, divided into short stanzas or lines pertaining to comma. Comici, comica, like this, like that, so. Comi-ilfaut, as is necessary, as it should be, according to good manners, immaculate. Commensal, living and feeding together as such organism, symbiont. Mensurable, measurable by same standard, proportionate. Commensurate, proportionate, make proportionate. Comere, gossiping woman, female compere. Commerage, gossip. Commination, denunciation, cursing, threatening. Comminute, pulverize. Commis, agent, deputy, assistant, especially apprentice, waiter, or chef. Commissar, former title of a chief of a Soviet government department. Commissary, commissariat chief, deputy, appointee. Commissariat, Army Department of Food and Stores, supply. Commissure, seam, joint, left. Commodious, spacious, convenient. Commonalty, common people. Commonition, warning. Cormorant, person residing or dwelling. Cormorant, dying together, such person. Communique, written communication, dispatch, especially official. Commutation, exchange, substitution, American commuter travel. Commutation ticket, American season ticket. Commutator, electricity device transforming alternating current produced by dynamo into direct current, especially segmented drum bearing brushes which collect the current. Commute, exchange especially for something less or many small amounts for one large amount, substitute a lighter penalty for travel regularly between home and work. Commose, with tuft of hair. Comoid, like a tuft of hair. Commose, hairy. Compaternity, relationship in spirit between godparents and between them and actual parents. Compeer, equal, peer. Compilation, calling upon by name, manner in which person is addressed, name by which person is addressed. Compendium, floral compendia, summary epitome. Compendious, containing much in a small space. Competent, sufficiently skillful, knowledgeable, qualified, etc. Capable, effective, law. Legally qualified, belonging by right to. Competence, ability, low legal qualification or capacity, income, especially unearned, sufficient to live on, ability of embryonic tissue to react to external conditions. Complacent, obliging, desirous of blessing. Complainant, level, complanation, act of leveling. Complement, full number or amount addition that makes a full number, one of two equal things that complete each other. Grammar, addition to complete a predicate, complete. Completori, compline. Complicity, fact of being an accomplice. Compliment, expression of praise or admiration. Formal greetings or expressions of respect. Phrase, congratulate, expressing praise or admiration, given free of charge. Compline, Roman Catholic, last service or prayer of day. Complot, flat, conspiracy, conspire. Comport, conduct, behave, accord. Composite, being composed of a number of parts, compound. Compositive, synthetic. Compos mentis, sane. Non-compos mentis, insane, not responsible for actions. Compassible, able to coexist or coincide with other thing. Computation, drinking party. Compote, mixed fruit with syrup, mixed savory dish. Compradore, native majordomo, native agent or manager. Comprecation, praying together. Comterendu, account rendered, report. Compunction, remorse, regret. Compurgation, vindication. Compute, calculate, reckon. Computative, using calculation. Conamore, with love, with enthusiasm. Conarium, pineal gland. Conation, mental striving. Conative, grammar expressing endeavor. Concamenated, divided into chambers. Concameration, vaulting vaulted roof. Concatenate, form into series linked together. Concatenation, chain sequence series. Concavo-convex, with one side concave and the other convex. Concavo-concave, concave on both sides. Concede, admit, acknowledge, allow, grant, surrender. Sport, allow opponent to score, admit defeat. Concelebrate, Christianity, celebrate the Eucharist with one or more other priests. Concenter, cause to have or converge on a common center. Concentric, having a common center. Conceptualism, philosophical theory that universal truths exist as mental concepts. Concertante, music, exhibiting or needing great skill and brilliancy, alternating witty passage and passages for a group of soloists. Concerto grosso, plural concerti grossi. Concerto, special of baroque period for more than one soloist. Conch, plural conches, spiral shell. Concave, having a conch. Conchiferous, bearing a conch. Conchiform, shell shape. Conchitic, containing shells. Conchitis, inflammation of external ear. Conchoid, shell-like, simple curve. Conchology, study of shells. Conciliated, obtained from mollusks. Conciliferous, wearing a shell. Concierge, doorkeeper, caretaker. Conciliabule, secret meeting of flatterers. Conciliar, pertaining to conceal. Concinnous, harmonious, fit, elegant. Concision, conciseness, division, schism. Conclamation, shouting together. Conclave, meeting especially secret or solemn. Roman Catholic, meeting of cardinals for election of pope, rooms in which such meeting is held. Concolorate, having some color on both sides. Concomitant, accompanying thing or circumstance. Concomitance, Roman Catholic, existence of both body and blood of Christ in one element of Eucharist. Concordance, index or listing of words in a book or context. Agreement. Concordant, amicable agreement, treaty. Concordant, agreeing, consistent. Concordia discoris, discordant concord, armed truce. Concourse d'elegance, meeting of elegance. Competition or rally with prizes for neatness, beauty, etc., special of motor cars. Concrese, grow together, quales. Concrete, solidify, quales. Concretion, mass formed by coalescence, stone-like formation in bodily organ. Concubine, woman living with man without marriage, secondary wife. Concubitant, marriageable. Concubitus, coition. Concupiscent, having strong sexual desires. Concupiscence, lust. Condigent, deserve, adequate, appropriate. Condominium, joint ruled by two estates or persons. American apartment building with apartments under individual ownership. Condicere, plural condiceri, mercenary soldier, captain of mercenary band. Conductus, hired, for hire. Condyle, knuckle-like prominence at end of bone. Condyloid, near or shaped like condyle. Confabulate, chat, hold a discussion. Psychology, replace memory gaps with imagined experiences. Confect, put together from borrowed materials. Confection, fancy sweet dish, sweetened medicinal preparation, elaborate or fanciful creation. Confelicity, pleasure in others' happiness. Conferba, greenish algae on surface of stagnant water. Confidant, female confidante, confidential friend. Configuration, general outline or appearance, totality of a computer and the devices connected to it. Confiture, I confess, friar confessing sins. Confluent, flowing together, combining such a stream. Confrere, colleague. Associate, fellow. Confute, prove to be wrong, overcome in argument. Conge, leave, especially to go. Dismissal, bow. Congest elere, permission to elect. Congelation, act or state of freezing solid. Congener, person or thing of same kind. Congenetic, having common origin. Congenital, existing at or dating from birth. Congeries, conglomeration, heap or mess. Conglobate, ball shape, form or be formed into a ball-shaped mass. Conglobulate, form into a ball. Conglomerate, geology, rock form of rounded fragments. Anything composed of particles from diverse sources, form into mass or balls, form into a mass, concentrated. Conglutinate, join together, glue, stuck together. Conglutinant, gluing or healing substance. Congo, kind of black china tea. Congruent, geometry in agreement or correspondence, exactly coincident. Conic, pertaining to cone. Conic section, mathematics, curve formed by intersection of plane and right circular cone. Conifer, cone-bearing tree. Conification, making or becoming cone shape, tapering or pyramidal. Coniform, cone shape. Conge, liquid of boiled rice. Conge house, military prison or guard room. Conjugal, pertaining to marriage. Conjugate, conjoin. Grammar, name inflections of verb, paired. Conjugation, biology, union of cells in the reproduction, groups of verbs with same inflections. Conjunctions. Joining together coincidence. Grammar. Word used to connect words, phrases, or sentences. Astronomy. Position of heavenly bodies, longitude is same as another's. Conjunctiva. Membrane lining eyelid and joining it with eyeball. Conjunctivitis. Inflammation of conjunctiva. Connate. Congenital. Joined together from birth. Connatural. Congenital. Having same nature. Connib. Firmly tacitly. Wing at. Connote. Often imply. Suggest. Connubial. Pertaining to marriage. Connumerate. Count together. Conoid. Somewhat conical object. Conquistador. Conqueror. Special Spanish conqueror of Central and South America. Consanguinity. Blood relationship. Consecution. Logical advance in argument sequence. Consecutive. Following in uninterrupted or logical order. Consenescence. Growing all together. Consensus. Harmony, agreement, unanimity, general trend. Consension. Unanimity. Consensual. Based on agreement only. Consentaneous. Agreeing. Unanimous. Suitable. Consentient. Agreeing. Unanimous. Conservatory. School of music. Consignificant. Synonymous, meaningless unless used with another word. Consignification. Meaning and context. Consilient. Agreeing in inferences drawn from indifferent premises. Consistory. Council chamber. Papal senate. Ecclesiastical court. Consonants. Agreement, harmony. Consonant. Sound in harmony. Conspecies. Species belong to same genus, variety. Conspecific. Belonging to same species. Conspectus. General view or outline, summary. Conspue. Scorn, despise. Constate. Establish upon a positive evidence. Constringe. Cause to contract, constrict. Construe. Translate, interpret, analyze grammatically in order to explain meaning. Consubstantial. Having or form from same substance. Consubstantiation. Presence of Christ's body in Holy Communion bread and wine. Consuetude. Established custom. Consuetudinary. Book of customs and laws of an association, especially of monastic life. Consummate. Perfect. Entirely complete. Complete. Especially complete a marriage by sexual intercourse. Fulfill V or reach culmination. Contabescent. Wasting away. Contadino. Plural contadini. Feminine contadina. Peasant. Contango. Commerce. Charge paid by purchaser postponing payment from one settling date to next. Permit such postponement. Contango day. The day second before settling day on which such arrangements are made. Conte. Short story. Contempux. Moral story. Contour. Letter of Conte. Contact. Cover. Contempt. Treat with contempt, scorn. Contemporaneous. Existing at same time. Contemporary. Of same or present time. Such person. Living person, newspaper, etc. published at present day. Contemporize. Cause to occur at same time. Contention. Quarrel, strife, opinion, belief. Contentious. Quarrelsome, controversial. Conterminous. Having common boundary, extent or termination. Conterminant. Together. Context. Words or passages immediately preceding and following a word or passage. Contiguous. Adjacent, touching. Continence. Self-restraint, especially sexual, able to voluntarily control discharge of urine and feces. Contingent. Possible. Able to take place accidental. Conditional. Full number of draft of troops. Contingent liability. Commerce, one that may to have be assumed in certain circumstances. Contingency. Possibility, event that may take place, close relationship. Continuum, plural continua, something that is entirely continuous and homogeneous and can be described only by reference to other things, something containing one common recognizable factor in a multitude of parts or variations. Space-time continuum, area of 4 dimensions, 3 of space and 1 of time in which everything may be determined. Contour, outline, line passing through all places of same altitude. Contraband, smuggled goods which it is forbidden to carry or import. Contraband of war, goods supplied to one belligerent and seizable by another. Absolute contraband, goods of a kind intended for war use only, example armaments. Conditional contraband, goods which only become contraband of war if specifically intended for war use, example food, etc. Contrabass, voice or instrument 1 octave lower than bass, double bass. Contrabonus mores, against good morals, harmful to public morality. Contractile, able or causing to grow smaller. Contradistinguish, differentiate by reference to opposites. Contradistinct, so differentiated. Contrahend, party entering into contract. Contraindicate, advise against, make unadvisable. Contramundum, against the world, in defiance of all accepted belief. Contrapasem, against the pace. Contrapuntal, pertaining to counterpoint. Contrapuntis, expert in counterpoint. Contravene, infringe, oppose. Contratemps, unlook for mishap, awkward situation. Controvert, dispute, doubt. Controversial, about which there is dispute. Controversialist, disputer. Controversy, dispute. Contubernal, cohabiting person. Contumacious, obstinate, rebellious. Contumely, insult, contempt. Conscious, bruise. Conurbation, city surrounded by large number of urban districts. Convection, conveying, movement of particles of fluid due to alterations in density, especially caused by heat. Convenances, the proprieties, conventions. Conventicle, chapel, meeting house, nonconformist assembly. Conventual, pertaining to convent, inmate of convent. Conversant, closely acquainted, having deep knowledge. Conversation, plural, conversationi, social gathering. Converse, opposite. Convexo-concave, convex on one side and concave on other. Convexo-convex, convex on both sides. Conveyance, law, act or document by which title to property is transferred. Conveyancer, lawyer dealing in conveyance business. Convivial, pertaining to banquet, festive, jolly. Convive, fellow guest at banquet. Convocation, act of calling together or assembly by persons. Ecclesiastical conference, assembly of graduates of university. Convolute, spiral twist contort. Convolution, spiral shape, one coil of spiral. Convoluted, intricate and difficult. Coney, rabbit. Co-op, elect by the boss of existing members. Commandeer. Copaiba, kind of oily resin. Copal, kind of resin used in varnishes, etc. Coparsener, joint hair. Cophosis, deafness. Copolymer, a compound of high molecular weight produced by polymerizing two or more different monomers. Copolymerize, to become or make into a copolymer. Copperas, sulfate of iron. Green vitriol. Copra, dried kernels of coconut yielding coconut oil. Copremia, poisoning resulting from chronic constipation. Coprolalia, use of obscene language. Coprolaliac, person practicing coprolalia. Coprolite, fossilized feces. Coprolite, hard mass of fecal matter. Coprology, study of filth of feces or of obscene literature. Coprophagy, feeding on dung. Copropagan, dung beetle. Coprophilia, love of obscenity. Coprophilus, living in or feeding on dung. Coprostasis, constipation. Coprozoic, living in dung. Copula, ling, verb, especially part of to be, linking subject and predicate. Copulate, unite in sexual intercourse. Copulative, grammar, applied to conjunctions which join like terms implying addition and coordination. Copyhold, tenure of manor land at will of lord of manor, land so held. Copyholder, holder of such land. Coquillage, shell-like decoration. Coquito, Chilean palm yielding sap, seeds, and fiber. Coracle, light round wicker boat covered with skin. Coram populo, in the presence of the public, for appearance sake. Coram judice, before a judge. Coram paribus, before one's equals or peers. Corbel, supporting projection from wall. Corbiculate, like a small basket pertaining to bees' pollen-holding organ. Cordate, heart-shape. Cordillera, system of especially parallel mountain ranges. Cordite, smokeless explosive powder compounded of gun cotton, nitroglycerin, and waistline. Cordon bleu, blue ribbon of the highest distinction in cookery. Cordovan, Cordova leather originally of goat skin, later of pig and horse skin. Cordwainer, shoemaker. Coriaceous, like or consisting of leather. Coriander, plant yielding seeds used in medicinal and in curries and pickles. Corin, gazelle. Corkage, charge made by hotel keeper for serving bottle of wine or for consumption in his hotel of bottle purchased elsewhere. Corm, swollen bulb-like subterranean part of stem bearing buds. Cormel, small corm. Cormoid, like corms. Cormopite, plant with stem and root. Cormus, producing corms. Cornea, transparent horny substance protecting eyeball. Cornelian, carnelian. Cornemuse, Asian bob pipe-like instrument. Corneus, horny. Corniculate, having horns or horn-like outgrowths. Cornific, producing horn or horns. Corniform, horn-shaped. Cornigerous, bearing horns. Corniche, coastal road, especially one running along a cliff face. Cornucopia, plural cornucopias, horn or source of plenty, horn-shaped container. Cornut, cockload, with horn-like outgrowths. Cornuted, horn, horn-shaped. Corolla, the petals of a flower collectively. Corollary, fact or proposition that follows naturally from one already proved. Corolate, having a corolla. Corona, floral coronae, colored ring, due to diffraction, seen around sun or moon. Luminous envelope surrounding sun. Phonetics, tip of tongue. Coronach dirge. Coronagraph, astronomical instrument by which the solar corona can be observed in full sunlight. Coronal, pertaining to corona or crown of head. Coronet, fillet. Coronary, crown shape, anatomy that encircles. Coronary artery, artery supplying heart tissues with blood. Coronary thrombosis, formation of clot in coronary artery. Coronoid, big shape. Corozo, several tropical New World palms, especially ivory palm. Corporal, pertaining to body. Corporality, state of having a body. Corporeal, physical, pertaining to or having a body, tangible. Corposant, flame-like electrical discharge from ship's mast, steeples, etc. in thundery weather, St. Elmo's fire. Corpus, plural corpora. Body, especially of written works on a certain subject, all of text gathered for linguistic research. Corpus delicti, basic fact necessary to prove crime to have been committed, erroneously, body of murdered person. Corpus juris, body of laws of a state. Corpus luteum, mass tissue formed after release of an egg in mammals. Corpus vile, worthless thing. Corpuscle, vertical minute portion or body. Corpuscular, having corpuscles. Corpusculus, containing corpuscles. Corral, enclosure for horses, cattle, etc. drive into a corral. Corregidor, magistrate. Correlate, have or demonstrate close relationship, bring into relation or accord one of the two things or proposition necessitates or implies the other. Corruption, shortening in pronunciation. Corri, round hollow in hillside. Corrigendum, plural corrigenda, thing to be corrected. Erratum, corrigible, capable of correction. Corrivate, make to flow together. Corroboree, Australians Aborigines festivity and dance. Any noisy gathering, uproar. Corroborant, medicine tonic that corroborates tonic. Corroborate, confirm. Corsage, part of dress, overboss, bouquet worn on dress. Corsetier, female, corsettiere, corset maker. Cortege, procession, especially funeral. Cortex, outer part, ring, gray matter of the brain. Corticate, having cortex or bark. Corticiferous, forming cortex or bark. Corticiform, like bark. Corticosteroid, synthetic form of steroid hormone secreted by adrenal cortex used against arthritis, allergies, asthma, etc. Cortinate, cobweb-like. Cortisone, hormone essential to life secreted by cortex of adrenal glands, synthetic equivalent of this obtained from oxbite seal or sisal. Corundum, exceptionally hard mineral, crystallized alumina used when transparent as gem. Coruscate, sparkle flash. Corvée, exaction of unpaid labor. Corvette, flash deck warship, next below frigate in size, small fast submarine kissing warship. Corbine, pertaining to or like a crow. Coriban, priest, votary or attendant of Cybele, Asian goddess of nature. Corybantic, pertaining to wild and noisy rites performed by this wild, frenzied dance. Corymb, flat-topped, raceme-like inflorescence. Corymbiferous, bearing corymb. Corypheus, plural. Coryphae, course leader, spokesman. Coryphée, leading woman dancer in corps de ballet. Coryza, golden head. Kosake, cracker. Kosher, to be pampered. Cosmesis, preservation of bodily beauty, especially of face. Cosmetician, maker, seller, etc. of cosmetics. Cosmetology, art of using cosmetics. Cosmic, pertaining to cosmos. Cosmic rays, electrically charged particles of high energy, protons, electrons, mesons, etc. falling on Earth from outer space. Cosmocracy, government of whole world. Cosmocrat, ruler over world. Cosmodrome, Russian space exploration center and rocket launching installation. Cosmogenic, produced by action of cosmic rays. Cosmogony, study or theory of the origin and development of the universe or the solar system. Cosmography, study or description of the makeup of the world or universe. Cosmology, branch of science philosophy dealing with the origin and structure of the universe. Cosmonaut, Russian astronaut. Cosmopolitan, of all races and regions of world, able to mingle with all races, creeds and classes. Cosmopolite, cosmopolitan person. Cosmopolitics, world politics. Cosmorama, series of views of different parts of world. Cosmos, universe, systems of universe order, cosmosophy, theory of cosmos, cosmosphere, material universe, cosmotellurian, pertaining to both heaven and earth, cosmotheism, attribution of divinity to the cosmos, identifying God with world, cosmotron, type of proton accelerator, costal, pertaining to ribs, costard, rib variety of apple, costate, having ribs, ridge, costalgia, pain in ribs, costectomy, removal of rib, costellate, find the rib, costib, constipated, cochu, plural cochux, divide between Alice, Valicide, coterie, exclusive set of persons, clique, cotornus, plural cotorni, baskin, cotornal, pertaining to cotornus or tragedy, cotornate, wearing cotornus, cotillion, quadrille-like dance, cotitular, one of patron saints of a church dedicated to more than one, cotyledon, first embryonic seed leaf of plant, cotyloid, cup-shaped, cochan, heraldry lying especially with head race, cougar, large brown American wildcat puma, coulee, steep dry gully, geology flow of lava, coulees, groove, especially in timber, for things to slide in, backstage place, lobby, collar, deep cleft in mountain, corridor, column, quantitative unit of electricity, the amount of electrical charge conveyed by current of 1 ampere in 1 second, counter-irritant, application or action, irritating body surface to relieve internal congestion, counterpoint, music, melody added to or moving in with another, combining of melodies, musical composition in which melodies are combined, set in contrast to, counterpoise, equal and opposite weight or force, counterbalance, counterpole, exact opposite, coup, stroke, successful action, coup d'etat, coup de grace, finishing blow, fatal blow, coup de main, sudden violent onslaught, coup d'essai, experiment, coup d'etat, sudden action whereby government is changed, short revolution, especially bloodless, coup d'oeil, sweep survey or glance is thus seen, coup de soleil, sunstroke, coup de chatter, sudden dramatic or sensational action, coupe, dish of fruit and ice cream served in goblet-shaped glass bowl, small closed four-wheel carriage with outside driver's seat, two-door saloon motor car body, moving rapier in fencing to other side of opponent's rapier, courtesan, high-class prostitute, couscous, apricot gruel-like dish, couturier, female couturier, dressmaker, couvade, custom among side peoples whereby the husband of a woman giving birth simulates pregnancy and labor, covius, incubator for human infants, couvre-feu, curfew, is cattle-shaped device for covering fire at curfew, overture, law, status of married woman, covine, collusion, fraud, cowrie, small seashell used as money in East Indies, cowrie bird, Indian weaver bird, opsalgi, pain in hip, ascites, inflammation of hip joint, coyote, small North American wolf, prairie wolf, coripu, South American web-footed rodent at its poor, nutria, cozen, cheat, crackwire, spittoon, crambo, in which a rhyme has to be found to a given word, dumbo crambo, form of crambo in which rhyming words are acted in dumb show, crampon, boot spike for climbing ice, spike grip for carrying blocks of stone, ice, etc. Botany, aerial root, cranium, skull especially part enclosing brain, cranial, having a skull, craniology, study of skulls, craniometry, measurement of skulls, craniotomy, surgical incision in skull, crushing of skull to extract dead fetus. Cranog, prehistoric Scottish and Irish lake dwelling. Crapulent, sick through eating or drinking to excess. Craquelure, fine cracks in surface of old paintings. Crasis, constitution, blending, running together of two vowels to form a long vowel. Crasamentum, clot of blood. Crassitude, coarseness, grossness. Cratometer, instrument measuring power of magnification. Craton, geology, large, relatively stable section of Earth's crust forming the basis of a continent or ocean. Creancer, guardian mentor. Creatic, pertaining to flesh or meat. Creatopagus, flesh-eating. Credence, belief, ecclesiastical, small table or sideboard for sacred vessels. Credit foncier, landed credit, loan on mortgage, repaid in annual installments. Credit mobilier, loan on personal property, banking company for such and other loans. Credo, creed, belief. Cremnophobia, dread of precipices. Crenate, escalope. Crenellated, having battlements. Crenetic, pertaining to mineral springs. Crenotherapy, medical treatment by mineral springs. Crenulate, minutely crenate. Creole, person born in tropical region of European descent, especially descendant of early French or Spanish settlers. Person of mixed ancestry, West Indian language or native. Creolization, transformation of a pidgin into a full language. Creopagus, carnivorous. Creophagy, eating of flesh. Crepitate, crackle. Crepuscular, pertaining to twilight, appearing or active at twilight. Crepuscle, twilight. Crescograph, instrument recording plant growth. Cresset, hanging light-giving brazier. Cretaceous, pertaining to or like chalk. Geology relating to the last period of the Mesozoic era when chalk deposits were formed. Cretic, ampimacer. Cretify, change into chalk or lime. Cretin, mentally and physically deficient person, generally a large-headed dwarf whose condition is due to deficient thyroid secretion. Crevasse, deep chasm in glacier. Crewel, thin embroidery worsted. Crewel needle, long needle used in embroidery. Cribriform, like a sheep. Cribration, sifting. Credicure, cry of heart, deeply felt, passionate request or complaint. Crime passional, crime of passion that is due to love or jealousy. Criminis, partner in crime, accomplice. Crimp, person luring or strangling sailors aboard vessel, so to obtain sailors for ship. Crimpage, rate paid to crimp. Crinal, pertaining to hair. Cranite, biology, covered in soft hair or tufts. Crinoid, like a lily in shape. Zoology, one of a class of sea creatures with round body and feathery arms. Crino is hairy. Cryopore, sculpted figure of man carrying ram. Cryosphinx, sphinx with ram's head. Crispate, curled, crisped. Crispation, curling shudder. Crestate, bearing crest. Cristiform, crest shape. Criticaster, inferior critic. Critic, written criticism, review. Croceus, saffron yellow in color. Crocidolite, blue asbestos especially in sodium iron silicate. Cromlech, prehistoric monument, comprising a flat stone resting horizontally onto vertical stones or circles of stones. Crore, 10 million special of rupees, that is 100 lakhs. Crosier, shepherd's crook-like staff borne by abbot or bishop. Cross staff, ancient nautical instrument for taking altitudes. Crotalin, pertaining to rattlesnake. Crotalik, like a rattlesnake. Croton, tree with seeds yielding an oil used as purge, etc. Chronotherapy, medical treatment by mineral waters. Croton, Small piece of fried or toasted bread served with soup. Cruise. Groove into staves of a barrel into which the head fits. Cru. Vineyard. Category and classification of certain French wines. Cruciate. Cross shape or Y shape, marked with cross. Cruciation. Torture, cruciate state. Crucible. Vessel for fusing metal. Melting pot. Crucifer. Person bearing cross. Cruciferous plant. Cruciferous. Botany applied to mustard family of plants. Brassicas, in flowers of which 4 equal-sized petals are arranged in form of cross. Cruciform. Cross shape. Cruentension. Oozing of blood, especially from dead body. Chlorine. Hemoglobin. Rural. Pertaining to leg, especially thigh. Crus. Small earthenware pot. Crustacean. Animal with hard shell. Crustaceology. Study of animal with hard shell. Crustaceous. Having a shell like a crust or a crab. Cremodina. Rheumatism due to cold. Cryotherapy. Use of cold as medical treatment. Cryogen. Freezing mixture or agent. Cryogeny. Refrigeration. Cryogenics. Study of effects of extremely low temperatures. Cryopedology. Study of action of intense frost on soil. Cryostat. Automatic device for maintaining low temperature. Cryosurgery. Performance of surgical operations on heart, brain, etc., which are first cooled to a low temperature or by instruments maintained at an extremely low temperature. Cryolite. Aluminum yielding mineral of Greenland. Cryometer. Instrument measuring very low temperatures. Cryonics. Practice of freezing a human body at time of death for eventual resuscitation. Cryoporous. Instrument demonstrating freezing of water by its evaporation. Cryoscopy. Determination of freezing points. Cryoscope. Instrument used in cryoscopy. Cryptesthesia. Clairvoyance. Cryptal. Pertaining to or like a crypt. Cryptanalysis. Study of codes and ciphers. Cryptic. Mysterious secret canceling. Crypto. Hidden secret. Cryptoclastic. Geology. Composed of tiny fragments. Cryptoclimate. Climate of the inside of a building or other enclosed structure. Cryptogam. Non-flowering or non-seeding plant. Cryptogamian. Cryptogamus. Cryptogenic. Of unknown origin. Cryptogram. Coded message. Cryptograph. Cryptogram. Type of code. Instrument for encoding or decoding. Cryptographer. Writer of, expert on codes. Cryptology. Science of cryptoanalysis and cryptography. Cryptonym. Secret name. Cryptophyte. Plant whose buds or seeds develop underground or underwater. Cryptorchidism. Condition in which one or both testes do not descend normally. Cryptozoic. Living hidden or in darkness. Crystallography. Study of formation of crystals. Crystallomancy. Divination by a crystal ball. Crystic. Geology. Pertaining to ice. Crystograph. Painting or writing on glass. Ctenoid. With comb-like edge. Cteniform. Comb-like. Thetology. Biology. Study of aqua characteristics. Cubeb. Red fruit of pepper plant used for catarrh. Cubit. Measure of length of forearm equivalent of 18 inches about 0.45 meter. Cubital. Pertaining to elbow or forearm. Cuculin. Pertaining to or like a cuckoo. Cuculiform. Like a cuckoo. Cuculate. Hooded. Hood shape. Cuculiform. Hood shape. Cucumiform. Cucumber shape. Cucurbit. Gourd-like chemical vessel main part of steel or alembic. Cucurbitin, like gourd seed in shape. Cadver, dye obtained from type of orchil. Quibono, to whose good, to whose profit, to what purpose. Cuirass, armor for breast and back. Cuirassier, horse soldier wearing cuirass. Cuisine, kitchen, cooking, feeding arrangements. Cuisine mensure, French, cooking for slimness, health and figure-conscious variant of noble cuisine. Culiciform, like a mosquito. Culiciphagy, substance-killing mosquitoes. Culinary, pertaining to cooking. Cullion, rascal orchid root, man orchid. Calm grass stem. Culminate, rich peak or climax. Astronomy, rich meridian with directly overhead. Culpable, at fault, criminal. Cultivar, variety of plant originated by and kept under cultivation. Cultrate, shaped like a knife blade, sharp edge. Culverin, kind of Asian small cannon. Culvert, drain, conduit. Culvertage, villanage. Culvertail, dovetail. Quum grano salis, with a grain of salt with caution or incredulity. Cummerbund, with sash round waist. Cumsaw, deep gratuity. Cumulative, increasing, growing by successive additions, gathering strength as it grows, expressing addition. Cumulus, containing small heaps. Cumulus, plural cumuli, rounded, flat base mass of cloud at middle altitude. Cumulocirrus, small cumulus at great height. Cumulonimbus, thundercloud. Cumulostratus, cumulus with stratus-like base. Cunabular, pertaining to cradle or original dwelling, pertaining to incunabula. Cunctation, delay. Cunctator, procrastinator. Cuneiform, with shape, applied to such ancient alphabet and inscriptions. Connate, with shape. Cunicular, pertaining to underground passages or burrows, burrow dwelling. Capel, small dish, special of bone ash or furnace heart for capillation. Capillation, refining or separating precious metals. Cupidity, avarice. Capula, dome, special small. Capping, medicine, drawing blood by causing partial vacuum over space of skin. Capping glass, glass used in capping. Capreus, pertaining to or like copper. Capresinus, pertaining to or like the cypress. Capric, applied to compounds of bivalent copper. Copper-nickel, alloy of copper and nickel used for making silver and nickel coins. Cuprous, applied to compounds of univalent copper. Copulate, cup sheet, having a cup-shaped appendage. Capoliform, cup shape. Coracao, Dutch liqueur made from orange peel. Corare, vegetable extract used as arrow poison by South American Indians. Corazo, turkey-like bird of South and Central America. Corculio, fruit weevil. Cure, farish priest bicar. Carrot, surgical instrument for scraping sides of body cavity, use a carrot on. Carrotage, use of carrot. Coriolism, ultramontanism. Curiology, picture writing. Curiosa, curiosities erotica. Corium, one of the transuranic elements. Corato, fiber from wild pineapple of Brazil. Caracal, light to horse two-wheeled carriage. Auricular, pertaining to carriages and driving, pertaining to curriculum. Courier, leather dresser. Caricomb, metal comb for growing horse. Cursive, running flowing script with rounded letters joined together. Cursorial, adapted for walking or running. Cursory, quick, superficial. Curtal, short, curtailed, person wearing short garment, animal with ducktail. Quartate, shortened, short. Quartate distance, astronomy, distance of heavenly body from sun or earth, ecliptic plane. Quartation, difference between quartate distance and true distance. Cartilage, courtyard, land attached to house. Kuku, vash master. Corole, applied to curved leg chair, applied by high officials of ancient Rome. Corole leg, outward curving furniture leg. Curvet, lip, Bound leap of trained horse with forelegs first race, immediately followed by raising of hind legs. Curvilinear, pertaining to or within curved lines. Curvulate, slightly curved. Cushat, wood pigeon or ringdove. Kosh-kosh, kind of yam. Cups, prominence, crown of tooth, sharp tooth. Astrology, crossover, point between two signs. Cuspate, having cusp. Cuspid, canine tooth. Cuspidate, coming to a point. Cuspidor, spiton. Custodian, keeper, warden. Custodian, grant of crown lands. Custos morum, keeper of morals, censor. Custos rotulorum, keeper of the rolls. Custos sigilli, keeper of great seal. Cutaneous, pertaining to the skin, especially its surface. Cuticle, epidermis, hardened epidermis, round nail. Cuticular, having cuticle. Cutification, formation of cuticle. Cotigeral, skin bearing. Covey, vintage. Cyaneus, sky blue. Cyanometer, instrument measuring blueness. Cyanopathy, cyanosis. Cyanosis, heart condition or disease causing blueness of surface of body, blue disease. Cyanotype, blueprint. Cyatiform, cup shape. Cybernetics, comparative study of control and communication in living organisms and machines. Cyclarthrosis, plural, cyclarthrosis, pivot joint. Cyclazocin, synthetic drug protecting against the addictive effects of the morphine group. Cyclitis, inflammation of ciliary muscle. Cyclometer, instrument measuring arcs of circles or revolution of bicycle wheel. Cyclone, any storm in which wind is rotary. Meteorology, area of low pressure into which winds flow into anti-clockwise direction in north hemisphere. Hurricane, typhoon, erroneously tornado. Cyclonology, study of cyclones. Cycloporia, squint due to weakness of an eye muscle. Cycloplegia, paralysis of ciliary muscle. Cyclorama, circular panorama surrounding a spectator. Curvaculum of stage used to indicate vast spaces. Cyclostyle, apparatus for printing copies from handwritten stencil. Cyclothymia, mental condition of alternating moods of euphoria and depression. Cyclotime, person having such moods of cyclothymia. Cyclotomy, incision into ciliary muscle. Cyclotome, instrument used in cyclotomy. Cyclotron, apparatus in which ions are accelerated to high energies for bombarding atomic nuclei in nuclear fission processes. Cysis, pregnancy. Cytology, medical study of pregnancy. Cygnet, young swan. Cygnus, swan-like. Cylosis, floral cylosis, congenital deformity, especially clubfoot. Symbiform, boat shape. Symbocephalus, having head with forehead receding and back projecting. Cyme, inflorescence in which access end in single flower only. Example, phlox. Cymiferous, producing cyme. Cymograph, instrument for tracing outlines of projections, profiles, etc. Cymometer, instrument measuring frequency of electric waves. Cymoscope, instrument detecting electrical waves. Cymule, small cyme. Synanche, any inflammatory disease of throat, etc. Synanthropy, form of insanity in which patient has delusions of being a dog. Synartomachy, verbating with dogs. Cynogenetics, hunting. Cynatrix, study of canine diseases. Cynocephalus, having dog-like head or face. Cynocephalus, flying lemur, mythological ape with dog's head. Cynoid, dog-like. Cynopodus, having dog-like claws. Cynorodon, dog rose. Cynophobia, morbid fear of dogs. Cynosure, guiding star, object of common interest. Cyphonism, pillorying as punishment. Cyprian, Licherus, prostitute. Cyprin, pertaining to the cypress. Cyprinoid, pertaining to or like a carp. Cypsilin, pertaining to or like a sweep. Cyst, sac-like outgrowth containing fluid or semi-fluid matter. Capsule, vesicle. Cystitis, inflammation of bladder. Cystoid, like a bladder. Cystolit, stone in the bladder. Cystology, study of cysts. Cystoscope, instrument of examining bladder. Cytherean, pertaining to Venus, voter of Venus. Cystitis, inflammation of skin. Cystoblast, biology, cell nucleus. Cytoderm, cell wall. Cytogamy, cell conjugation. Cytogenetics, study of structural basis of heredity in the cell. Cytogenous, cell-producing. Cytoid, cell-like. Cytology, study of cells. Cytolysis, dissolution of cells. Cytophagy, phagocytosis. Cytoplasm, substance of cell excluding nucleus. Cytosome, body of cell excluding nucleus. Cytotoxic, drug poisonous to living cells. Cytotoxin, substance poisonous to cells. Cytozoon, protozoan parasite within a cell. Zardas, Hungarian dance that increases in speed. Zigani, gypsy.
A few moments later.
Salamat po ng napakarami po sa inyo pong panonood. Kung inyo po ito pong nagustuhan, ay maaari po natin po itong share sa ating mga friends. Hanggang sa muli po, goodbye po!